Today I am going to be styling our dining area, which is a space I actually haven't got quite right before, and I thought it would be a nice thing to kind of go through with you, show you where some of the things are from. And I, very much like with the kitchen, want to simplify things, pare it back, make it just feel more relaxed, more minimalistic, but also with pieces that I can kind of change seasonally. And I might not have everything yet because I very much want to kind of grow my collection of homeware, but I thought this would be a nice place to start. I have just finished styling up the space and I'm really happy with how it's all come together. I've obviously tried to create something that feels very calming, relaxing, and a lot less cluttered than it was before, so I'm really happy with it. There are still a few things I want to change, as always, but I feel like I'm always saying this, but I think a home should be ever evolving, so I'm happy to collect a few more pieces over time. I really love the warmth that this lamp is adding. It's from Pookie and then the shade is from Ochre. I do need to get an attachment so that the shade can sit slightly higher, but I'll leave that linked in the description box down below. And then I've used coffee table books to try and add a more kind of layered look, and I think it also tells you a lot about the person who lives in a space. I've got some of my favourite interiors books, and I've also got a book about foraging and about how much plants add to a home and a space. In this little corner, I've actually added a chair that is Ziggy's absolute favourite. He sits here all the time, so it's a bit grubby and well worn, but it's definitely something we can't get rid of. And then I've popped a small scatter cushion on there as well, and behind I've used some faux stems which are really lifelike. You may have seen them in my last Cottage Diaries. Got them in a vase from Dalesford. Sorry about having to bend down, I'm just trying to avoid the pendant light getting in the way, which is fairly new from West Elm. And for the dining table, I've kept it really simple with my gingham tablecloth from Sophie Allport, which I've folded to make a runner. I really love doing that with tablecloths because it makes them feel much more versatile. And the dining table is actually an antique which I slightly upcycled and just kind of darkened the wood and made it feel slightly more contemporary, and I think the linen sits really nicely against it and adds something with the gingham pattern. Although I am really happy with how the space is kind of coming together and it does feel so much warmer and more inviting, I have got a few more plans for the hallway in particular, and potentially the woodwork in here. I'm still undecided, but we're actually going to be going a bit of a darker colour because, as I'm sure you can tell, it's quite a dark and cosy space, especially down here in the cottage. So I'm hoping that by wrapping it in a more kind of warm and enveloping colour, it will help it feel even cosier, and it will connect better to our living area, which is in that deep chocolate brown colour as well. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Cottage Diaries. I'm really enjoying doing this, and I'm already planning next week's, where I'm going to be styling and showing you our full study transformation. So I really hope you will be here for that one next week as well. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you could, and thank you so much for watching.